So what's going on? Am I live right now? Let's go ahead and find out because that didn't work the way I was expecting it to. We'll talk about that in just a second. I was literally just explaining on live how I've just changed everything and reset everything up, and hopefully my streams will just work pretty much flawlessly from now on. Let me just bring my long microphone cable out, and you'll see why that's important in a minute. So let's see. Is this actually working now? I think it's unlisted, which is really annoying. I'll fix that though. You can hear me, but it is super low bitrate. I don't know why that is for a start, but that's fine. We'll work on these things. This is literally just. It was going to be a test stream, but I actually have some stuff to go over, so I'm going to do quite a few things. So, welcome. So if you were watching the stream earlier, things just weren't working right. I literally just hopped on with my MacBook webcam because I was like, well, I just want to get a stream out. I want to sit just talking about things for a while, and I'm not too bothered about the camera quality. I don't want to set up my camera over there anyway. So, you know, it worked okay, or at least I thought, because I've watched the video back, and I could actually hear audio in the when I was streaming the first time. I could hear through my speakers like enough sound that it seemed fine. But as it turns out, nobody could hear anything, and it didn't work at all. So that sucks. The whole stream, it didn't fail because you could still hear me a little bit, but yeah, it didn't work. So at the end, because this is a bit that I almost completely forgot about, this thing crashed on me completely. So yeah, it keeps doing it, and usually it doesn't end streams, but this time when the stream came back, because I was able to like press resume stream from where I was, and when I came back onto this thing, it literally just, the audio was gone. So I already wasn't able to use the right microphone that I wanted to use, but the audio from the mic that I was using, which was literally just a built-in one, wasn't working. And I was trying to get everything under the sun to fix it. Nothing would. And I even went onto like the desktop capture of this thing so I could like type in my microphone isn't working. I watched it back and you couldn't even see that. You could just see me typing. So it didn't even switch to the scene. This thing absolutely ruined the last stream, and I don't know why. So you might be noticing I've still got the same camera angle as usual, but I have got a new ident on my screen. So that's new, but everything else looks the same. I've got the same mic that I want to be using. I don't think it sounds the same. I think the gain needs messing with, but I'll watch this back as a video later and kind of fix that in time. But everything is now as it needs to be. This is basically the entire setup perfectly done. And I didn't even have to use the adapter that I just bought so that I could use this, because I'm not using this. I'm using my actual Windows PC, which was the goal the whole time, really. My plan wasn't to stream on a separate PC, but it kind of became a convenient thing, like, well, if I have to do it because I want to use continuity camera with my iPhone, I might as well just, you know, use this and take the strain of streaming off of my actual main Windows PC. So it actually started me using this more because the thing is, I bought this for kind of work and YouTube video making, and kind of went into like a lull with that for a while. So all I've been using it for recently is just like school stuff. So it started me using it more, but it just keeps crashing. And I don't know what it is. It might be the like multi-stream plugin, because I'm not streaming this to Twitch. Even though you can see my Twitch username, this is literally just a YouTube stream for today. So we'll see if it starts crashing on Windows. and I'll know what it is because this is a rock solid install of OBS on Windows. So hopefully it's literally just OBS's fault on Mac OS or on this, not the plugin, because I kind of need that. Well, I definitely need that. So I'm also going to be doing something else in terms of TikTok Live, so I'll get back to that. Remind me in the comments if I forget, but I'm only going to be using this for portable streams now because it is just not working. And I managed to fix the problem. As you can see, I managed to just do continuity camera without, being on a Mac. So the way I've done it, it's this Elgato thing, which is obviously a good brand to start with. So I was like, well, let's just go for that. It's got a little watermark, which is why this little ident's here. I will be getting rid of that because I'll probably have a watermark there at some point, but I don't really want it to be there. I'll be getting rid of the Elgato watermark at some point and just paying for the full price, probably buy an Extreme because it's £8. So I just want to test it first, but I'll just pay for it. So that won't be there for very long, but I just thought I'd make a nice little ident there just for now. Other than that, everything should be working. I mean, this is the most impressive bit. So I don't have to use any splitters like the one that I just ordered so I could use my Mac to like force it to not think it's a headset, this, because otherwise it just doesn't work anymore for some reason. It went from working, well, it didn't work in the first place, to kind of working, to actually working most of the time as long as I didn't touch it. If I touched it in the software and changed microphones, the next time I came back, it would be a nightmare. It's just not working. So now, all I have to use is this cable plugged into the microphone port, because there is just a microphone port and a separate headset port, and I can just use the microphone one for this. No problems. It literally immediately came up and immediately started working. I changed the gain, so you should be able to hear me a bit better. And there was not even a second's fuss. And I can switch to another microphone, like this one, and switch back, and I won't have any issues. It is that simple on Windows. And that is a Windows problem because, I mean, a Mac OS problem, because I can't find any way to fix it on Mac OS. It will only think that it's a headset instead of just using the microphone of this. So anyway, I fixed it. And that's how. So what I then had to do is set up all my scenes. So hopefully this all works. You're going to be seeing this live with me for the first time. So this is going to be right. That was going to be my my desktop capture, but I haven't put an audio input on there, so I can risk it, which usually crashes OBS on my Mac. It's not going to do it while I'm live. So basically, that usually crashes OBS on my Mac, and it hasn't let me do it on Windows, probably because it's like being used on here on this source. So I can't do that yet. So I can't show my desktop and talk. But for now, this is working. And so yeah, so I've got the OBS Elgato app. So I've got my camera, I've got my microphone working, everything's working. And hopefully I'm not dropping frames. It says drop frame 0, so that's perfect. So honestly, this is exactly like the kind of convenience I was wanting in the first week. So I did want to use my PC, preferably, and so it's perfect. I don't have my webcam plugged in, because I don't really like this plugged in anyway. So I kind of liked the fact that it was plugged into my dock there, so I could just like unplug it. Because I mean, I don't mind having a laptop webcam, but that thing just looks really heavy duty, doesn't it? It just looks like somebody could spy on you, which obviously they're not going to, likely, hopefully. But yeah, I don't really like it. The thing was, I didn't like it on top of my monitor, so I took it away. But now it's there again, because I use it for streams sometimes. So I might as well just plug it into the back of my PC. It just, sometimes my PC uses it as a microphone, and I don't want it to do that. So I'll need to figure that out, and hopefully it won't do that. So let me just move this over a bit. The only thing that I miss about continuity cameras so far, other than like the quality, which will be improving when I get the Elgato Pro, if it ends up being good enough to buy that for. Usually when you like twist the camera, it like literally like zooms in, like using a DSLR lens. It won't do that here. It just skews the image, and this isn't even perfectly like horizontal. I think it's slightly off like angle, but I can't get it to be perfect. There's not even like a measure on the back of this tripod to even find out, so it just looks a bit skewed to me. It should be fine though. So I don't really want to show my monitor here, but I don't want to mess too much with zooming in at the minute. I think I'll be able to do that in the camera anyway when I, again, buy the Pro thing. So there's that. That's the new setup in theory. I'm going to turn this off for a minute so you can kind of see me without as much glare. So what I was going to do in today's stream, I was going to do a couple of things, because first of all, I just want to talk about the politics in the UK, because I don't talk about that kind of thing on stream ever. But two ridiculous things have happened today. First of all, so there was this petition that I saw on Facebook or whatever. People signing a petition to like kick out Keir Starmer and the Labour government after like 6 months. And first of all, that's crazy. My opinion, not a good thing at all, because obviously it's hardly like a very democratic thing. Well, it is democratic because of the people saying we need to have another election in theory, but in practice it's literally just going to make things very unstable if it actually went through, which I don't think it did. I'm assuming it didn't. I didn't even see any news about it or anything. I literally just saw it come up on my YouTube, so it wasn't, well, people haven't thought it was newsworthy so far. The second thing, and also, by the way, I actually think Keir Starmer is pretty sound. I think, in general, probably pretty good. I think some of the things that he's done, just like some of the things that every politician has done, aren't great. So you kind of got to take the good with the bad. And I did think that it was probably time for him to be the Prime Minister. So, the other thing, and let me just be 1 second. The other thing, Justin Trudeau, and I was going to show these on screen, because I was kind of like, look at what I've found on, look what I've just seen on BBC News. Not that I was on there, I literally just saw it on, I guess, YouTube. And then I was like, well, I've got to look this up. Justin Trudeau has resigned, which, I mean, I just want to put this in the stream because this is a pretty big thing for world news. So the next president isn't even in office yet, and Trudeau's resigned. And I don't actually think it's anything to do, or not much to do, with said president. It's not that it's not that I won't say his name. It's literally just I'm trying to talk about this. I'm not. Who is it? Is it Nancy Pelosi? Who shall not be named? That's crazy, by the way. Anyway, yeah, he's just resigned because of whatever in his party. So I thought that was kind of newsworthy. So I thought I'd put that in. Anyway, hopefully there's not a lot of like audio delay, because it was synced up pretty well in the like video recording that I did, but on screen, what I'm seeing here, it is massively out of sync. So hopefully it kind of fixes itself, but I don't know. So let's see. I don't know why it's like uninstalled YouTube. I use YouTube on this thing every day, so why it would have done that, I don't know. It's like one of those things, you know, where it like the offloading feature goes wrong. Also, I'm supposed to be at the gym right now. It's 9:23. I would usually be at the gym on a Monday, and I'm trying to get back into that routine. but I'm not because I'm doing the stream. I want to get this perfect. So frustrating, but it is what it is. I've got to do it. Where's YouTube then? I mean, to be honest, it's not that frustrating. I didn't want to be there that bad. I'd rather be doing this, but I should be there really. So, also I need to move this down, but I'm not too worried about doing things like that just yet. I don't really care about how it looks as long as it looks decent enough, because I'm going to make sure it looks perfect for future streams. And I think so far it actually looks pretty good. So let's just connect my AirPods again, and hopefully this audio isn't just like horribly out of sync. It looks pretty much perfect. Like that sync looks almost perfect to me. I'm just gonna like look at the camera and talk to it for just a second so that I can like turn back and see what it looks like. So let's see. I'm just talking because it's like really far behind. It is. Oh, hang on. I'm dropping frames, but I think that's literally just this, not the actual. It's not the computer. It's this. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, there's no lag at all. There's literally no latency. The preset that I've got is like high quality. So when I get this streaming, when I get like this camera thing, this camera app, whatever it's called, in high quality, I'll be streaming that in high quality, and I'll be streaming everything else in high quality. And it's slower, so like that's why it's so far behind. But it'll look a lot better, and that's basically that. I'm going to use a USB cable as well, so it's like less latency anyway. But it doesn't look like it kind of is phased by it. I think Elgato's actually made a pretty decent thing here. So let's see, what was I going to do? I was going to make, as the next part of this stream, the new TikTok account, and again forgot that I'm going to need a sim tool to do that, aren't I? So maybe I could just use an eSIM on my iPhone 12 to get a number, because I need to make this account so that I can make this TikTok account so I can start streaming on it. But I can't do that until I put this, I can complete, like I can top up the O2 SIM card that I've bought and put TikTok on that phone. But I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? I'm not going to be able to do that yet because, again, I don't have the SIM. I don't have anything set up. That was what I was going to do on stream. That was going to be the whole point. So that's not really worked out. But you know what I did do in between the two streams? I wrote 200 words of that thing that I said that I was going to do. So that essay that I hadn't even started, I'm now a quarter of the way through. 213 words. So, and honestly, this was so easy to do compared to the other one. The other one I handed in, I was like, please just get this off my hands. It was like, you know, holding something burning in your hands. I just wanted it gone. Whereas this is fine. I'm happy with this so far. And it was actually so easy that I was like, you know what? I don't need to carry on with this just yet, even though the deadline is tomorrow. I'm going to come back to this later, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably just end the stream early and go back to working on this. But I pretty much got everything set up so far. And again, I will listen back to make sure that, you know, the mic's working, the camera's worked and everything. It has, but I can't really believe it was that easy, to be honest. It has worked really well. I'm also going to like sort out game capture and window capture and stuff, so that's done. Oh yeah, you know what else happened? Some guy, I'm on this thing called My Pocket Skill, and I kind of went on this when I was doing sort of UGC and like video editing for people, so I could get more work in, and it's for people my age. So when I joined, I think I was either 18 or 19, and now I'm 20. the oldest you can be is either like 23 or 25. I can't remember which one it is. Either way, it's for people pretty much perfectly my age, especially when I joined. And you basically make money being a young person, like kind of editing videos for people, or like, you know, even some people like dog walk and stuff. Like it's all kinds of things. So some person wants me to edit his stream clips for him for money. I'm like, well, I'm already doing that for myself, so I might as well. And for me and Harvey's channel for Certified, so I might as well do that. I mean, let's see if he's got back. But that is literally the most like obvious thing for me to do. He hasn't got back yet, but he was very interested. So that looks like it's well, not necessarily likely, but it looks like it's something that I would definitely do. So, other than that, how long have I been on this live for? I've been live for, and also, obviously, again, I've not got multi-stream, but YouTube is there. And this is weird because YouTube's not signed in. It says YouTube Live Control Panel sign in. I have got a chat window though. So it is working, but it isn't at the same time, that doesn't make that much sense. So I don't know what's not signed in. I think it's literally just maybe on Windows only you get the YouTube Live Control Panel, or maybe I just didn't have it enabled on macOS. I don't know. Either way. Another thing that's like already set up, because I've copied all my scenes over from macOS. I didn't like back them up or anything, and I am going to wipe this computer and put Windows 10 on it instead of Windows 11 at some point. That's a completely other thing. So I will have to actually copy these over, but I wanted to like start fresh so that I knew there weren't any problems with them. So I've done that, and I'll just copy these over next time. But I've also got my like vertical video thing. So in the future, if I want to not use a phone to stream to TikTok Live when I'm doing everything else on here, when I'm streaming on this, I can do that, because obviously this is streaming in landscape, so it's kind of awkward. If I crop it into portrait, it actually would work because there's like so much height to this frame, but like if I had it like I would normally have it, which is like more down here, a lot more down here, this is still, I'm sitting so far back, I've realised, but like way down here, that is too far down. This chair though, I'll tell you what, this chair is not easy to sit in because it goes so far back, and you can't see that in here. It just makes me look really lazy. If I go like this, that should be it. So now that's where it needs to be pretty much, so you wouldn't have as much height, so I couldn't really do it in the same way on TikTok. And also you don't get as many TikTok features if you don't stream off of a phone, and also you have to be part of an agency. You know what, I'm just going to go out tomorrow, sort this out once and for all. You can hold me to it in the comments, and I will sort it out. I will make the account, and I will start streaming the next time to all 3 platforms. And I'm going to start making stream clips. I'm going to start doing more interesting things on the stream. Like, this has literally just been a load of streams of setting up and talking about random things, but I'm going to do more interesting things along with the talking, because obviously I want to do more on stream as well. So that's been that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next streams. Oh, I've been recording the whole time. See, I didn't mean to do that. That's actually probably wasted so much storage. Probably wasted like 10 gigabytes of space that I didn't mean to use. But it's okay. I'll just have to delete it. Anyway, see you in a bit, guys, and make sure to subscribe, I guess. I don't know. I can't believe this still worked.